Good morning. Today's topic will be relationships with chronic illness. This is a two-part series. The first part that you'll see is my view, the chronically ill person, and my struggles and my challenges with dating. And then the second part, we'll talk to my significant other and get his viewpoint, and you'll see what it's like for him. For me, a lot of times I hear, you got what? What is that? How did you get it? For me, there's no easy answer. Dysautonomia is a very complex disease or syndrome, and it's very hard to explain in a few words. So basically, I just say some days I'm a complete train wreck and others I'm not. I tend to be very upfront and honest, and I'm totally interested in dysautonomia. So I've decided to be a patient advocate and speak out against dysautonomia and how it affects me, just to help others. This is not always good in a dating scenario because I think sometimes people are a little overwhelmed with all that information that I spew out. If you haven't broke the news to your potential dater or your significant other that you have an illness, my recommendation for doing this is through a text or an email. Know that gives them a little time alone to process all that information and untangle that crazy web you just threw at them. And it also gives them time to form appropriate questions about how your illness affects your life. People are going to follow your lead on your illness. So, if you're cool with it, they're going to be cool with it. But if you haven't quite accepted your disease or illness, then you're probably not ready to date. You've got to love yourself with or without your disease before anyone else can. Save the details and don't talk in depth about your last surgeries or how cool it was when you were on the toilet table and you puked all over the nurse. Save that one for the honeymoon. Remember, relationships are a two-way street, and you have to be able to put in as much as you take. Partners of those with chronic illness are pretty close to superheroes. They put up with all this craziness, and they know that they won't ever get as much physical return. But you can put effort in elsewhere, and you can help them have better relationships with their friends and their family. And you can also be a solid partner for that person and an emotional caregiver. And also you can give them a new perspective on life about how to live in the moment. Don't be a hero. That's my next piece of advice. Don't be a hero. Rock climbing, roller coaster riding, all those things, probably not a good idea when you have a chronic illness. You'll probably end up puking in the back seat of his car and end up in excruciating pain for the next few days, maybe even be hospitalized. Don't pretend you're fine and turn around and silently dry heave into your purse, which I have mastered. Don't agree to a concert when you've had a migraine for the last 2 days. And don't agree to eat a late supper when you haven't had anything to eat all day and you know that your medications it's time for your medications. Laugh about it as often as you can, because when you find humor in a difficult situation, you are the winner. It's funny how I laugh about carrying a purse and then an overnight bag just full of medications on all of my dates. And don't forget that you're worthy of love. Don't let your disease define you. You are more than your illness. your illness will limit a lot of things that you can do in your life, but it doesn't make you any less lovable. So dating with chronic illness or terminal illness is extremely challenging, but don't sell yourself short, and don't keep people out just because it's challenging, because sometimes that challenge and those risks are worth taking. And you are lovable.